From a schoolboy smashing a 4-digit score to a bowler conceding over 70 runs in a single over, these are not fantasy, they actually happened. Today, we reveal 7 astonishing cricket records you won't believe exist. Our first record is straight out of a cricket fairy tale. In January 2016, 15-year-old Pranav Dhanawade achieved the impossible. He scored 1,009 not out in a single innings. Yes, you heard that right, 4 digits. This schoolboy from Mumbai became the first person ever to cross the 1,000 run mark in an officially recognized match. In doing so, he shattered a 116-year-old record held since 1899, 628, by English schoolboy A.E.G. Collins. Dhanawade's marathon knock spanned just 327 balls and lasted around 6.5 hours, during which he blasted 59 sixes and 129 fours. Think about it, the scoreboard struggled to fit his score. By the end, his team had to declare at 1,465-3. This 1,000-run wonder isn't just a record, it's a mind-boggling display of endurance and aggression that may never be repeated. From an Everest of runs to the merest trickle, our next record flips the script. In November 2017, during an official women's under-19 one-day match in India, Nagaland's team was bowled out for just 2 runs. You didn't mishear, an entire team managed a total of 2. In this incredible low, 1 opener scored a single run, 1 run came from a wide, and 9 batters scored ducks. The innings lasted 17 overs of fraught batting. The opponents, Kerala, then knocked off the 3-run target in just 1 ball, a first ball boundary that ended the game almost as soon as their chase began. This collapse set a record for the lowest team total ever recorded in any List A one-day match. It's a feat of futility that almost defies belief, highlighting how in cricket, the pendulum can swing from unbelievable highs to astonishing lows. Now for a record that sounds utterly impossible, the most runs scored off a single over. Traditionally, the maximum from 6 legal balls is 36 runs, 6 sixes. But in 1990, New Zealand's Bert Vance conceded 77 runs in 1 over during a first-class match. How on earth? This was a contrived, chaotic scenario. Wellington needed a miracle win, so in the final overs, Vance, a part-time bowler, deliberately bowled a marathon over consisting of 22 deliveries, including 17 no balls. The batsman of Canterbury, thinking a win was within reach, swung for the heavens at every ball. Fielders even stood by as boundary after boundary was hit in an attempt to tempt a mistake. The umpires lost count of balls in the mayhem. By the time the over mercifully ended, 77 runs had been added to the total, more than double the 6 sixes over record. It remains the highest number of runs from a single over in cricket history. The tactic nearly backfired, Canterbury almost chased for target, and scorekeepers had a nightmare. This 77-run over stands as a quirky testament to cricket's capacity for chaos. For our next record, we travel back to 1956, the scene of a bowling performance so dominant it reads like fiction. In an Ashes test at Old Trafford, England off-spinner Jim Laker achieved bowling figures of 19 wickets for 90 runs against Australia. That means out of 20 Australian wickets in the match, Laker alone claimed 19, a test record that has never been equalled. In fact, no bowler has ever taken 19 in any first-class match, before or since. Laker spun a web on a rain-affected, sticky pitch, famously described as a dust bowl. He took 9 wickets in Australia's first innings, and then all 10 wickets in the second innings, the first ever 10-4 in Test history. The Australian batsmen were helpless. It was Laker's match through and through. Imagine one bowler single-handedly decimating an entire team. That's exactly what happened. 19-90 remains a monumental record, one that modern cricketers and historians alike consider virtually unbreakable. Laker's feat is spoken of in reverent tones, a piece of cricket lore that underscores a bowler's capacity to utterly dominate. Shifting from slow burn heroics to explosive fireworks. In the 2007 ICC T20 World Cup, India's Yuvraj Singh gave cricket one of its most electrifying moments. He hit 6 sixes in 1 over against England. Under the Durban night sky, Yuvraj dispatched England's Stuart Broad for 6 over 6 in the 19th over of the innings. Every ball was sent beyond the ropes. In the span of just 12 deliveries faced, Yuvraj rocketed to a 50, marking the fastest 50 in T20 international history. The feat had the crowd in a frenzy and the commentators screaming in disbelief. It was the first time 6 sixes had been hit in an over in T20 internationals, a feat only a few players have ever managed in any format. The over yielded 36 runs, turning a great total into an imposing one. Visualize it. Broad runs in. Crack! The ball soars into the stands. And Yuvraj does it again and again, 6 times in a row. By the end of that over, Broad was shell-shocked. Yuvraj was pumping his fists, and the world was witnessing a record for the ages. This outrageous display of power remains one of cricket's most celebrated "did you see that" moments, and a testament to how quickly T20 cricket can turn unbelievable. If you thought one player scoring 200 in a one-day match was crazy, get this. In November 2014, India's Rohit Sharma scored 264 runs in a single one-day international innings. This remains the highest individual score in ODI history. Over 50 overs against Sri Lanka, Rohit was a one-man juggernaut, cracking 33 fours and 9 sixes in his 173-ball stay. He started relatively slow, even got a lucky drop on 4, but once he got going, he was unstoppable. He reached 100, then 200, and kept going to 264. To put that in context, 264 runs is more than many entire teams score in an innings. By the time Rohit got out, off the final ball of the innings, he had pushed India's total to 404 and broken the previous ODI record, 219, by a whopping 45 runs. It was Rohit's second double century in ODIs. He has since hit a third, but 264 is a summit that no one else has conquered. Fans at Kolkata's Eden Gardens that day witnessed batting history.
By Rohit Sharma, world record 264.
This record showcases the pinnacle of limited overs batting, a perfect blend of skill, stamina, and audacity. Bowlers look away. Rohit's 264 is the kind of knock you might not even see in a video game, yet it happened for real. For our final record, we move from runs and wickets to time itself. The longest cricket match ever played was the timeless test between England and South Africa in Durban, 1939, a match that lasted 10 days and still ended without a result. In those days, tests had no fixed duration. They played until somebody won. England and South Africa battled from March the 3rd to March 14, 1939, with a couple of rest days and a rain day in between. 35 innings hours of play. England set a target of 696, were 654 to 5 after 10 days of play, and an astonishing 1,981 runs had been scored overall. But here's the twist. England's ship home was due to depart, and they literally had to stop the match to catch the boat. Thus, after over a week and a half on the field, the game was abandoned as a draw. Can you imagine? Players trudging on, accumulating runs and wickets for days, until travel plans intervened. The 10-day test is a record unlikely to ever be repeated. Today's test matches are strictly 5 days maximum. This marathon match stands as a quirky chapter in cricket history, showcasing an era when the game knew virtually no time limits. It's the ultimate proof that sometimes even endless effort can still end in a stalemate.